Morning, everybody. April 14th. Not like being at Steve Postel's house yesterday with the quiet chair. Let that one go. It was an absolutely fun live stream clubhouse yesterday. I really enjoyed it. It's always been, but it's really evolved into really quite a community, and I'm just so thrilled every time. Watching the interaction of, because I've seen so many sites where like there's the person like me, that's doing it, and then each like chat is directed at that person, and I'm just so thrilled that everybody talks to each other on this thing. It's like being at a huge get together, like a class reunion or something, but with a bunch of people you dig. And just watching the interaction take place just always kind of blows my mind and just validates the whole idea of doing this thing to me, that it has become our channel. And it's cool. And it was really fun yesterday having the guys come up and jump in for a minute up there. They got a kick out of it because, they don't do that much social. I mean, Steve Postel does a lot of social media, but the other guys are somewhat active, but not like this. And they were kind of walking away going, wow, this is amazing. And it was a great day musically. This song, Skin in the Game, turned out just great. They still have to do the vocals on it, but we got the track done yesterday. And that's going to be the end credits for the documentary film. That's the music that's going to be playing over that. And then that'll end up on a following album or an EP, because we're not going to put it on. It's the album that'll be out in August, is long finished because it was supposed to be out last November, and then everything just is what it is with COVID, so everything was pushed back. But we will get, after when the movie comes out, then we can release that song, because that's going to be definitely, first time it'll be heard, it'll be in the movie. Let's see. Heading off to rehearsal again. We're back rehearsing. I have a couple of errands to run this morning, and after that I'm heading out to rehearsal, and we rehearse again tomorrow, and then on Friday we are going to do a film shoot. Not for this, it's another whole thing. We're going to be recording and sending some stuff back east for airing on some stations back there. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm the bass player. I just show up and do my job. I don't get too deep into all of this stuff. Another overcast day here. Hopefully it'll stay like it's supposed to be, like, I don't know, 90 something by the weekend. I mean, it's going to be a massive heat wave coming in. So I'm just trying to enjoy some cool weather, while we can, before things get really horrible. So let's see. I had lined up something last night to do today musically, and then, needless to say, my attention span issues came roaring back in the wee hours of the morning. About 3 or 4 o'clock this morning, I was awake, and I thought I would visit something else. I think I talked about this. I may have one video from a long time ago. I haven't checked that, but this was a really fun project to do. This is from 1998, and it was a group called CPR. And that means Crosby, Pevar, and Raymond. That's David Crosby, Jeff Pevar, and James Raymond. It's such an incredible grouping of talent on this thing. James Raymond is David Crosby's son, and they became reacquainted when James, I don't know, must have been like 20 or something like that. And James is an incredibly talented guy, amazing keyboard player, singer, songwriter. Jeff Pevar's always been one of my favorite guitarists. He's one of those multi-instrumentalist cats that just does it all and sings great. And Crosby's Crosby, man, just, that's just an iconic piece of our music heritage. And I've done lots of work with David over the years between solo, Crosby Nash, Crosby Stills and Nash, CSNY. So when they did this project, it was so much fun to go in and work with them. We did it at Groove Master Studios, which is Jackson Brown's studio, and that's where we've been recording the Immediate Family projects. And we'll be back in there in May doing another album. So I thought I would just play a couple of songs here from that album. It was a real, cohesive. The charts were really great. They're collaborative projects. The first song I'm going to play is called Somebody Else's Town. And the band on this was CN, copious notes. Excusez-moi. On this one, it's myself, the wonderful Kurt Biscara on drums. The music on this was written by James Raymond, and the lyrics are Crosby and Pevar. And it's just great, the grooves on this stuff, and James is such a beautiful writer. His chord structures and stuff, it gets into this, like really adventurous Steely Dan world and that kind of stuff. So let me just play it for you, and you can be the judge yourself. Here we go. Somebody Else's Town. James singing.
Friendship stronger than fear. Love is God's favorite daughter. It's perfectly clear. I can see it tonight. In the comet's fade light.
almost a little magical mystery tour in there. God, I love long fades. It's just so much fun. When you're in the studio doing those and you know the song basically is over and everybody's just in a groove and just keeps playing, most of the time that stuff just gets chopped off, and they'll do a quick fade, but every once in a while they let it run and it just gets into like a really cool headspace with that. So that was Kurt Biscara on drums, my buddy Kirky B, who I've done lots of albums with Kurt, and one of Veronique Sanson's tours in France. Kurt played drums on it. It was really fun being on the road with him. We had a great time. This next song is called One for Every Moment, and this was the lyrics and the music on this. It was all James Raymond on this one. Now, I have to listen to it to see it. I haven't listened to it in a while just to see well, they're all singing on this stuff. I mean, it's the guys. So here we go. This is One for Every Moment. The album CPR. It's called CPR. If you Google up, best to put in David Crosby. If you're going to go look at any other stuff on YouTube, put in David Crosby CPR, and then it'll come up. If you put in CPR, you're going to get a whole bunch of tutorials on how to do CPR. So that's a bit of a challenge. So here we go. This is One for Every Moment. Wow, I didn't see Horn on the credits.
Across the barren land and paused to let the light caress her. As the earth to share its secrets and listen for the wind to tell her. He could see her very clearly, dancing as the moon rose to see. He could feel her breath upon him, letting all the doubts go free.
Such a good writer.
He looked to the desert sky, counting all the stars above her. One for every moment he would love her. She would walk to where the land and sea met each other in a dance of violence, found a treasure of untold beauty, tossed it back and swore herself to silence. He could see her very clearly, dancing as the moon rose to see. He could feel her breath upon him, letting all the doubts go free. To the desert sky, counting all the stars.
Jeff.
Dancing as the moon rose to see her. He could see her very clearly, dancing as the moon rose to see. He could feel her breath upon him, letting all the doubts go free.
Man, that's some grown-up stuff. It's great. I'll have to go. Somebody will do this. This is what I appreciate about doing these things. Somebody will figure out who, go check and see who was playing soprano on that. Because when I looked up credits on it, on this song, it did not list anybody, and it's some beautiful stuff. So I want to see. So it might be on Wikipedia, or I was looking on Discog and All Music and did not show it, which is really sucks. But that's what I depend on this channel here. I don't want to do it all. I want to have contributors, and every time I question myself or do something or say something wrong, boy, people just jump on it, and I am so appreciative. Never hesitate to correct me, please, because this is a learning experience for me too. I mean, I haven't dealt with these songs. Really haven't heard this that much since we did it, and that's almost 23 years ago. Wow. I mean, and it just feels like now. I mean, that's the thing, that really great music is timeless, unless you have a bad drummer, and then that can be an issue. But that's a whole other video. I'll do one more song for you now. This one is called Morrison, and the thing on this one, Stevie D is the drummer on this, Stevie DeStanislaus, and he's a great drummer to play with, and I've done a few projects with him, and man, it's always a treat. He is just a beautiful groove player. So it's again, it's me and Stevie D and Luis Conti on percussion on this, and then Jeff Pevar on electric and James on piano, and the music on this was written by James Raymond, and the lyrics are David Crosby, and the song's called Morrison, and it's about Jim Morrison. And it's another great piece. So let me go ahead and just play this one and stop talking. I have music. Here we go, Morrison. Oh man, this one calls for...
He was lost, and I don't think he wanted it that way.
Crosby, man.
Like a gull blown inland on a stormy day. Lost in round one, spitting out pieces of his teeth. Lost in a Paris graveyard, carrying his own wreath.
James is such a strong writer. I mean, they're all so good, but man, I just love the way his mind thinks sonically, structurally, chordally. And David's just always just, David, just amazing, amazing. Yeah, it was weird, thinking about Morrison, going to, I think it was Père Lachaise Cemetery in Paris, and that's where Morrison's buried. And boy, it's really sad when you go there, because all of the gravestones around him have all been pretty much desecrated with people painting things about Jim Morrison, all over spray painting him, and arrows pointing to where his grave is, and all this, the cultism of that kind of thing is really kind of sad, because it just really defaced a lot of other people's graves just to point out Jim Morrison and pay homage to him. But rather have it just in a song, let it be that. So I mean, there's other stuff in. I think we did a second album too, and maybe I'll grab some music from that soon. It was really some good stuff too, and that was during the period where David hooked up with Phil Collins, and they sang together, like on Another Day in Paradise. It was a really fun period musically, and so it's worth checking out if you want to go hear some more music from this project. Go to just pull up David Crosby CPR, and that it'll come up. It's important to see the tutorials on doing CPR too, but it's two different things altogether. So I am going to get running here and take care of some errands, and then I'm going to head off to rehearsal with the kids. And again, really enjoyed yesterday, and I was really glad the guys were able to come down and stick their mugs in the camera. And I'll be doing a lot more stuff like that as things open up and we get to do more things. We're lining up some more work for November on the East Coast, and we're trying to sort out buttoning some things down for the West Coast in late October. So hopefully we'll be back on the road again, and we've got the Rock Legends cruise in February of next year that we'll be doing. I believe that one will probably be the same route, which goes from Florida to the Grand Cayman Islands and back. But that'll be fun. We had a great time on the last one, and it got canceled this past February. We were supposed to do that, but needless to say, nothing's happening. Just trying to think if there was anything else. I don't think so for the moment. Going to be doing my book signing at LA Vintage Gear. I think I have to go check the flyer. We had to move the date. I'll double check on the date. I think it's May 8th, 6th or 8th, but don't put it in your book. I'll do that. But anybody who's in here in LA that wants to come down and say hi and maybe get an autographed book, I'll be there. So pending nothing else going crazy, that'll be happening. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to wish everybody a fabulous day, as always, and as always, a huge shout out to everybody working every day, putting themselves in frontline situations, just trying to keep this boat afloat that we call the world. It's so crazy, but fingers are crossed. For right now, these fingers are the ones I'm concerned with. Let's just keep things moving, keep getting people, vaccinated well, keeping people out of the hospitals and out of harm's way. So take good care, and I will see you all tomorrow. I'm off to the immediate family salt mine. So talk to you later. Bye-bye.